I'm Harrison Graham. It is time to dive into some Senior Bowl Bears draft targets. The Senior Bowl is in the books. A lot of nuggets, a lot of players that I would imagine the Bears are interested in. And we'll go ahead and get right into that here. And this is important. Kevin Fishbane had this note 'cause he was down there at the Senior Bowl, covering it for The Athletic, for the Bears beat, and said that Bears' usual contention on the field, yada yada, Ryan Poe, Ian Cunningham, Trey Cole, Jeff King. The front office has had at least 2 draft picks from the Senior Bowl each year, so let's just revisit those. Biss Jones. Braxton Jones, pretty good. 5th round, Dominic Robinson. I think we're near the end of the road here. Jai Carter, round 7, already off the team. Darnell, right? That's been a pretty good hit. Tyreek, Stevenson, big year coming up. Some good, some bad zap. Piggins, not very good. Roshan, yeah. Okay. Torrey Taylor, good for a punter round 4. It's questionable, considering how last season went, but he is a good punter. And then Austin Booker, jury still out, but certainly has a high ceiling there. They also, the Senior Bowls contributed heavily to them. Having interest in Tyson Bent is a UDFA as well, so that's noteworthy. The point is Ryan P.A. and his staff. They clearly value the Senior Bowl, and they should because more and more, even first-round picks are going to the Senior Bowl, as Jim Nagy has kind of built a powerhouse there with that event. So good for him, but yeah, I mean, history tells us they're going to take at least 2 players from this event now, whether that's 2 of their first 3 picks or someday 3 sleepers. Who knows? But they value this event. And we're going to look at some players that I think are pretty interesting, that the Bears could target this time around. Before we do that, subscribe and join the channel for 100% free. Thank you so much. We crossed 116,000 subscribers this weekend, trying to get to 117,000. That's our next milestone if you want free and daily Bears content. We got you covered here on Chicago Bears. Now, okay, number 1, I think he was the talk of the week, other than maybe Jack Bash out of TCU. His brother died in the tragedy, had the game-winning touchdown. All that stuff. But from a Bears perspective, offensive line is obviously very key. And Grey Zabel, I think, helped his draft stock a ton in Mobile this week, and Jim Nagy having the note that he was named the Senior Bowl Overall Practice Player of the Week in a poll with NFL executives from all 32 teams. That's pretty noteworthy because they give out awards each week that players there vote on. But the one where all the executives voted on the scouts, this guy won it. I think that's pretty noteworthy. Dame Brugler, quote, tweeted that and said, and it wasn't really close. Zabel had a dominant week. He was already in the top 50 mix, but now he's knocking on the first round door top center in the draft, so he's labeling him a center. Now he's got versatility, played tackle in college. Most believe he'll kick inside the guard or center. I think that's where he should play in the pros as well. But it's kind of nice and a pinch if you need him to kick out. You've seen like Joe Tooney with the Chiefs. Do that, you at least know he has done the job before, knocking on that first-round door. To me, like the Bears are at 39 and 41. So early second round if he's in that range, and you still need a starting guard or center, especially center pull the trigger, because this is a bad center draft. And depending on what you do in free agency, if this guy hits, is there at 39 and he's a bigger guy. And what did Ben Johnson have in Detroit? Frank Ray now. Big center, like you plug this guy in at center. He's mean. He's tenacious. He's excellent. As a pass protector, I'm pretty intrigued. I don't know if I'd trade up for him. Like, do I want to trade into round 1 for him? I'm not ready to do that. But if he's there at 39, man, I'd have a hard time passing on this kid. Josh Conerly Jr., the offensive tackle out of Oregon, who most known for this week at the Senior Bowl, getting pummeled by Mike Green, the Marshall edge who we'll talk about second. But it's why you can't just get caught up in one rep that goes viral on social media, because he was voted the national squad, top offensive lineman, which defensive linemen and linebackers, position groups voted on. So guys, he was going up against, so we can't get caught up on one rep. And obviously, I'm sure that was an embarrassing rep for him. But this guy's been rising up draft boards really since the last month of the regular season in college football. It's like it's a sleeper to go round one. And now I think he's firmly a first-round pick. The question is how high? This reminds me a lot of Darnell, right? When the Bears drafted him, very similar. Like throughout that college season, he's probably middle round, then he's day 2, and then like going into the Senior Bowl, Lee.